with you guys, okay? Sorry. I have 4 over 6. I have 5 over 6. And then I have 6 over 6. So which one of these is equivalent to 3 over 3? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay, some of you are giving me 3/3, but 3/3 is what we're trying to see what the equivalent fraction to it is. So what's equal to 3/3? Look right here. What's equal to that 3/3? Which fraction? You just go straight down and it's the fraction that's right here, yeah? So it would have to be a whole, because that's already a whole, isn't it? My numlocks keeps going off, sorry. So it's 6 out of 6. So 6 out of 6 would be equal to 3 out of 3, right? Because they're both whole numbers. They're both whole numbers. And this is gonna take us, it's gonna take us a minute to get this, okay? So don't worry if you don't have it right now, that's okay. We're gonna do these examples so that you guys can kind of get the hang of it. This is our first day doing it, so don't feel like you need to be a pro at it right now. But I feel like by the end of the week, you guys will have a good hang of it, okay? I also included, I think I included a Kahoot, I'm not sure, for the beginning of the week, so you guys can practice it in the beginning of the week. There's a study option, so if you click study, it lets you study these, and it'll give you flashcards and things like that, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that Kahoot did that. Okay, let's look at number 4. So first, we need to find 2 out of 2, okay? So we need to find which of these tick marks is 2 out of 2, okay? So is that gonna be A, B, or tick mark C? Good. Okay, so everyone said that's this one, which means we need to go directly below it. So this is 2 over 2, which is a whole, right? I have 2 pieces out of 2 pieces, which means it's the whole thing, right? It's the whole thing. So I had 0 over 2, 1 over 2, 2 over 2. Now let's go down, count these tick marks. Count the tick marks so that we can have our denominator. Type my denominator in the chat when you know it. So you're counting those jumps. Remember, we go 1 and then we continue jumping, okay? Okay, I'm getting some answers in there. Good. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which means our denominator or our bottom number is going to be 8. Okay. So this first one is 0 over 8. Then we have 1 over 8, 2 over 8, 3 over 8, 4 over 8, 5 over 8, 6 over 8, 7 over 8, and my equivalent fraction, which is 8 over 8. Type that too, so you guys can see that a little bit better. All right, let's look down here at number 5. We're looking for 1/4. 1/4. So we know that this is going to be 0 out of the 4, right? So which one's going to be 1/4? A, B, C, D, or E? Which line is going to be 1/4? Good. All right, so these the denominator is 4 because they give us the denominator for the first line, don't they? So we're looking for 1 over 4. Here we have 0 over 4. Next we have 1 over 4 because that's our first hop. So this is going to be 1/4, which means this tick mark is the one that we're looking for to be an equivalent. Now we need to find our denominator for our bottom line. So go ahead and find the denominator for the bottom line. Put your answer in the chat and then I'll find the denominator for you here on the screen. Good, good. Good. And if you're not sure and you don't want to put your answer in the chat for everyone to see, you can always just click my name and privately message me the answer, okay? So don't feel like you have to put your answer out for everyone to see. But also I'd like for everyone to see each other's answers so that way we can kind of see what is it that we're thinking and then we can change our thinking if our thinking is incorrect, okay? All right, very good. All right, let's do our hops here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which means our denominator is going to be 8. And always, always our very last number is just that denominator is the same as the numerator, so 8 over 8. So we're looking to see this line right here in particular, okay? We're looking to see this line in particular. So tell me, what is that fraction going to be that's equivalent to 1/4? If we're looking at our denominator now is 8. Do your hops and give me that numerator. Because remember, those hops are is the part out of the whole. The whole thing is 8. And then how many hops are we doing for that numerator? And I'll take that out of there too so you guys can see. All right, Ben gave me an answer. Soraya gave me an answer, very nice. I need a fraction, Sophia. Goodness here. Good, Peyton. Very good. So if I went here, this would be 1 out of 8. And then here our equivalent fraction is 2 out of 8. So our answers would be 2/8. All right, let's look at our next one. 1/3. So we need to find where 1/3 is on our first line. So 1, that's our numerator. That's how many hops we're gonna go. 1. So boom, there's our fraction that we're trying to find the equivalent to. Now we're looking here. What's my denominator going to be for these fractions down here? We're going to count those jumps, right? We're going to count the total jumps. So how many total jumps to 1? Go ahead and count and put your number in the chat. Good, Ben, I'm glad. And like I said, today is just the first day. You guys are going to pick this up in no time. I know it because you guys are so good at doing stuff like this. So you guys will get it. So don't freak out if you're not getting it the first day. Make sure you guys watch my Thursday video. Maybe I'll copy and paste that and put it on for today's math lesson as well. I'm not sure why I put it there. I think I have my videos mixed up. Very good. Okay, so I'm getting everyone saying that my denominator is going to be 6. So let's see how many hops we're doing here. Change my color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which means my denominator is going to be 6. So I'm going to have 0 out of 6, 1 out of 6, 2 out of 6. Not very pretty. 3 out of 6, 4 out of 6, 5 out of 6. So which one of these is equivalent to my 1/3? Go ahead and put that in my chat. Good, Ben. You are getting it, bud. Good pay. Goodness here. Chloe, remember how I said you can't raise your hand in here? Otherwise, it's going to give me a really weird like box and it's going to cover my screen. So make sure you don't raise your hand in here. If you have a question, just send it to me. Okay. Otherwise, it's really weird.
I want to do that.
That's okay. I just get this really weird box and then I got to stop sharing my screen. All right. So everyone was saying 2/6, I believe. Let me get my annotating back up. Sorry. So 2 out of 6 there. All right. Okay, let's go down and look at number 7. Number 7. So they want to know where's 4/8 at on the first line. Okay, so we're going to do our hops and we're going to count 4/8. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 4/8. I'm going to take my arrow. And boys and girls, you guys can do this too. If you guys go into a Zoom meeting by yourself, okay, and then share your screen and pull up your worksheet, you guys can do the worksheets just like I'm doing on Zoom. Did you guys know that? So you just have to go into a Zoom meeting by yourself, okay? And then click share screen and then annotate, which is like the annotation tools that you can use to draw. And you guys can do your worksheets exactly like how I'm doing the worksheets, okay? Especially those of you that can't print them. So if you can't print them, go into a Zoom meeting by yourself and then you guys can do your worksheets just like this, okay? And I can always help you too. So if you're confused on how to do it, just maybe give me a call on my Google Voice number or send me a Dojo message and I can help you guys do it, okay? All right, now do your hops, find out what your denominator is going to be. And then give me our equivalent fraction. Good, I see that denominator, I like it. Now what is my equivalent fraction? to 4/8. So everyone's putting that my denominator is 2, which is true. That denominator is 2. Now what's my equivalent fraction? Yes, Peyton, you guys can always get on Zoom with a friend and do it together. One of you would have to share your screen, but yes, absolutely, you guys can do your work together. I do not mind that. So Ben, look down at the bottom. How many hops are you doing to get to that arrow at the bottom one? How many hops out of 2? All right, take a look here, Ben. We're gonna go 1. So we went 1 hop, right? So we went 1 hop out of the 2 lines. Oh, I actually drew that one nice. Look at me. And this would be 2 out of 2. So our equivalent fraction here would be 1/2. Okay, so it's only 1 hop on that bottom line. On the top line, it's 4 though, right? Which is why they got a numerator of 4. So on the top line, it was 4. But when we get down to the bottom line, we have to totally change what our numerator and our denominator is, okay? So you guys have to change that. Let's take a look at number 8. So they have 6/8. So we're gonna find where 6/8 would be. So we need to do 6 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let me get my arrow. Okay, so that's going to be where our equivalent fraction is going to fall in this number line. So now do my hops, find my denominator at the bottom. Find my denominator. Guys, don't raise your hand on here. You guys keep giving me a really weird box thing that keeps popping up, okay? So if you have a question, just go ahead and ask it in the chat, okay? So if you have a question, just ask it in the chat. Okay, good. My denominator is 4 because I would have to do 4 hops. So now what is my fraction there that's equivalent? It's how many hops out of the 4? So give me my numerator and my denominator. Good, Ben. Good. Good. Peyton, I think you're using the wrong backslash. Use the one that's by the numbers, okay? The one that's above the numbers. I'm not sure if you're on a phone or on a computer. Very good. So this would be, let me get my, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 hops. So we went 3 out of the 4 hops, okay? So it would be 3/4. Yeah? I know that it's a little bit tricky. I think that we'll get it the more that we do it, okay? And we do have these worksheets for the rest of the week to do, so. And again, I'm gonna take this video. Let me do it now while I'm here. And I'm gonna put it in this section for you guys as well. So this is the video here that has me doing the worksheets on it, okay? And then I'll also post our video from doing our worksheet that we just did today. All right, now we're gonna take a look at writing. So we're done with our other writing. That should have been turned into me. If you've not turned that into me, make sure that you send me your final draft, okay? Even if you think that you've already sent it to me, send it to me again, because we are now done with that one. We're going to be moving on now, okay? So here's our new topic. You're going to decide which you prefer. Do you prefer online learning or do you prefer learning in person, okay? Then you're gonna give me 3 to 4 reasons why you prefer this style of learning over the other, okay? So you're gonna mention both of them. You're gonna discuss online learning and you're gonna discuss in-person learning, but you're gonna tell me which one you prefer, okay? Then I want you guys to make that graphic organizer like we did before, okay? With the 4 examples there. And you guys, you can give me 3 or you can give me 4, but then give me those examples or those reasons why you prefer that learning, okay? What are some of you thinking? What are you gonna choose? Online or in person? You guys can type it in the chat. Which do you think you would prefer? Online learning or in person in school learning? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Me too, Ben. Me too, Soraya. Me too, Ashley. Peyton likes them both. You gotta pick a favorite though, Pay, okay? That way your paper can go in one direction, okay? Because you're gonna persuade me to think the way that you're thinking. So if you prefer online learning, you gotta make me think, okay, this is really cool. I like this as well. Okay, if you like in-person learning, you got to do the same thing. You got to persuade me to think this is why I like in-person learning as well. Okay, so now I see a lot of you have your topic, which is great. So now you've made your stance, you've taken your stand, and you're going to say, I'm going to persuade you in this way. So if you prefer to be in school, give me 3 to 4 reasons why you prefer to be in school, okay? So you can list those. You can put those in the boxes like we did before. You can make the 4 boxes and you can list those reasons in those boxes. That's all you need to do today, okay? I also want everyone to log into RazKids. Is there anyone that does not remember which teacher they're under for RazKids or does not know how to log into RazKids? Because when I'm going on RazKids, I'm not seeing a lot of us logged in to RazKids. Ben, you are under Miss China's class. Ben, what are you using? A computer? Or are you using an iPad? What are you using? You gotta unmute yourself. There you go.
I'm using a phone.
Oh, you're using a phone? So you can have the app. Download the app. There's the app. Go to RazKids. It has the little, you know what the face looks like. It's the little robot guy. So download your app. And then right here, do you see my screen right here? These are the login names. So you're in Miss China. So yours is C Villevong 0. That's her login. All you do is type that login in, okay? And you can see it a little bit better when it's not on my computer screen. It's a little more clear. So you'll probably actually just look on the agenda that I sent Dad, and then you can get that login information, okay? And get on there and get logged in, because we don't have guided reading, right, guys? We're not doing guided reading at my table every day, but I want you guys to keep up on your reading. I want you guys to keep up on your reading comprehension, okay? Because that's gonna be really, really important, especially for 4th grade, because we're gonna be reading a lot more difficult stuff. We're gonna be looking at a lot of things like context clues and things like that. Okay, so I want you guys to make sure that you're getting on RazKids, because that's gonna help you. I've assigned you guys books to read, some of you, not all of you. Some of you, I just want you to continue going with your path that you're on, but some of you I've given specific things to read, okay? So make sure that you guys are getting on there. You can get on there every day, or you can just get on there once a week. It doesn't really matter to me, but the more you get on, the stronger your reading is going to be, okay? And we have that all year until September, so I want you guys to continue reading those books even over the summer, okay? And I'll be sending out some summer stuff for you guys as well before we end school here in a couple of weeks, okay? Any questions?